Mr. Joshua here with Miss LF. We are revamping our solid blue belt punch defense. So for those that know the previous version, there was like a step to the side, a pseudo block, a grab, punch, kick, all this other stuff. So we're just kind of updating it a little bit. It's going to match a little bit more of our Krav style stuff. For the punch defense, which is kind of nice because the next couple belts after, you've got like the red belt push defense. So the footwork's actually going to follow pretty similar to what that defense will show you at red belt. So it's going to be a side step, follow-up step. So anytime you've got a move coming straight at you, the big importance is getting off the center line. We don't want to leave any part of us in front, otherwise it's going to end up with you somehow getting hit. So we're going to get off the center line. So we both start in Chun B. Again, we could have our attackers start in a fighting stance. I could just step forward and punch straight at the face. The big thing is wanting to get off the center line, but also making sure we're kind of moving to the blind spot. So just for example's sake, if she were to move over here, forget the block. If she moves over here as I punch, she's still kind of in the way of the second hand. So it would be better for her to move this way, because when that punch gets thrown, for my second hand to follow up right away, she's more in my blind spot. With all that being said, so I'm going to get in my fighting stance. I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to punch straight forward. This is not a haymaker punch. That's what we do at our brown belt level. This is a straightforward punch. So the attack hasn't changed, just the defense has changed. So my hand goes straight forward. She's going to side step, step, step. And then this hand that ends up being closest to me is going to do a little swat. So we call it a brush block. I just call it a swat or a pat. It's a little bit more of a boxing style drill of when you've got an attack coming at you. You don't need to push this hand 10 feet away from you. You just got to redirect it an inch, and that does all the work for you, especially if you've got the movement on your side too. So as that punch comes in, she's taking her steps, step one, step two, and pats to the side. Now the free hand comes up to strike, second hand punches, and boom, front kick to finish at the groin. If for some reason I had my other foot in front, she couldn't get a good front kick, we can always swap techniques. You could fade away side kick to the knee. You could just thrust kick on the knee instead. So front kick would be the best option, but it's not mandatory. We could swap that around. So again, Chun B. So it's going to go left foot steps, right foot follow up. And then with the left hand, in this case, she's going to kind of pat and toss to the side. So boom, 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 and boom. And again, she pats with one and immediately punches with the other. We don't want to do pat and punch because you're giving two jobs to one hand back to back when you got a free hand ready to use. So just more fluid. From here again, straightforward punch. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Again. Boom, 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 boom. Good. And then just again, kind of getting a front view as the defender. If this punch comes at my face, hands are up. My left foot is going to sidestep. My right foot is going to drop back as I pat towards the wrist and fist area with my left hand. My right hand is then going to punch the face. And notice that after I'm done with this pat and I go for the first punch, this hand comes up to guard my face. So I don't leave it hanging here. Pat, punch, punch, boom, front kick, or one of those kicks to finish up. And that's our